it's frequent that people talk about men being violent in society, but
Yeah.
what isn't discussed so much is the man who just shuts down and doesn't speak for that reason.
Look, so many of us literally have worked out the path of least resistance. And sometimes silence is your only way of maintaining the fire, because fire requires oxygen to get bigger.
Absolutely.
So the more you speak on that situation, the larger the fire gets. So after a while, you realize, and this is where what we're always trying to do is go behind the scenes. Look at what our personality is created, how it's literally controlling this person and forcing them to play out a version of themselves that 5 minutes later they're not going to be. 5 minutes later in a conversation, you can
110%.
three different people in the same conversation and go, huh, what happened there? Where did that one come from? Where did this one come from? And then you start to realize, and this is something we go in when we start talking about the narcissist energy. And one of the recent ones we did, we explained that there's the two versions. There's the overt, of course, but there's also the passive one that is more prevalent, the one that just lets everyone do what they like, lets everyone go, and they hope if they treat you well, you'll basically change and treat them well. Their love is not demanded, it's hoped for. And they equally go through the same pain as the other person or the other version. And the other version isn't anything negative in that way as well. It's negative maybe to the people that encumber that. But then internally, we found that it's literally that person protecting the memory of who they was as a child. And they've created a separate personality to act as the warrior. And this separate personality is effectively trying to destroy anyone that might come and remind them of what they've been through. So they're not really bad. They're protecting themselves. The only thing is, because we've linked it to this ADHD thing as well, and realize that
a nonsense.
Well, no, it's a nonsense in the sense that this is the term they've used.
Exactly.
These
and that's my only point, not about the actual personality.
Yeah, the actual personality thing, because you find that the person has a scattered mind. Which means that they can't actually focus and complete a thought like other people have the capacity to do. So therefore, in order to balance and keep some sort of ego paradigm, they will switch it on you. They will use you as a vehicle to be responsible for fixing all the aspects of themselves, which they don't actually have the control to do so. And use the simple methods of being able to shame you, guilt you, keep telling you horrific stories and things like that, and putting you in a position where you shut yourself down to rise them up. And you can do this unto the point where you've lost sense of yourself. And once you've lost sense of yourself, you have to pull back, not because you don't want to, you don't like them, but there's a survival of your own mind.
Self-preservation
has to kick in.
110%.